let me begin by actually defining what I believe is a scholar warrior, and I'll read it out. A scholar warrior is a military professional who combines intellectual depth with combat skills. This individual possesses both strong academic knowledge and practical military expertise, enabling them to analyze complex situations, strategize effectively, and adapt to diverse challenges in a dynamic security environment. If this was the definition of a scholar warrior, this idea of being a scholar warrior existed, at least was prevalent in the Indian context from ancient times, if you see. We've heard of Shastra and Shastra. They've all taken together as per Indians. Shastra was nothing but knowledge of weapon systems, and Shastra was knowledge about strategy and wisdom. So both Shastra और Shastra दोनों जो थे विद्यमान थे हिंदुस्तान में पहले से ही. So this has been part of our education system and small culture. But if we look at modern warfare today, we are seeing an unprecedented pace driven by a relentless march of technology, turbulent geopolitical shifts happening, battlefields are no longer linear fronts, but transparent, swift, intelligent, and multi-domain arenas. We now stand at the cusp of what normally I've been calling as a third revolution in military affairs, which is the term which I've called is convergence kind of warfare, which is converging, kinetic with non-kinetic, first and second generation with the third generation of warfare. It's converging, tactical, operational, and strategic kind of domains. It is fusing hybrid tactics and all three types of domains, land, sea, air, with new kinds of domain of cyberspace and cognitive warfare. Tactics now bleed seamlessly into operational art and strategy in real time. A warrior actually today needs to master all the three levels of warfare, that's the tactical, operational, and strategic level in all domains which I just mentioned. Let's look at hybrid wars. Future wars will still demand hybrid warriors who can fight on borders, maneuver in deserts, plan counterinsurgency operations in dense urban jungles, neutralize drones, decode cyber intrusions, and wage influence operations. Today, on one end, we will require kind of scholar warriors who also practice this science of strategy and tactics, but also we will require tech warriors. Tech warriors will be able to harness cutting-edge technologies, cyber power, artificial intelligence, and data-centric architecture. We'll also require info warriors. Info warriors who will shape narratives, counter disinformation, and dominate the invisible battle space of perception. In the emerging landscape of war, a soldier will have to be all three together. That's a tech warrior, info warrior, and a scholar warrior. And why I should be talking about it, because this all affects, this complex environment affects national security in a major manner. And national security, as I've been trying to define it, kind of three kind of a concentric circles in which the outermost layer defines how you secure your country, which will probably define a national security strategy, about which there was a question also. The middle layer would be how you defend your country. And that's entirely different gamut, but it would be a subset of how you secure a country, and the center or the core of it would be something to do with military preparedness of a nation, about which we all are, as practitioners, regularly follow. But we fail to actually, as people in uniform, try to understand what it goes about, how to defend your country and how to secure our country. So as we grow in service, I think there is a need for us to understand this larger dimension of defense of a country and security of a country. So that's again coming back to the same point, that an officer today needs to be much more well-read so that he can contribute to this particular aspect of securing a nation. As was said earlier, that there are no runners-up in war, and this will be giving examples of Operation Sindoor, which still continues. Our preparedness level has to be very high. It's 24/7, 365 days. We are living in that kind of an environment, and it's only scholar warriors that can ensure this readiness by thinking differently, connecting the dots across this complete kind of thing. I've actually given you a number of examples. Initially, when we said that, we thought that the scholar warrior should be a single gentleman actually. It should both the scholarly qualities and the warrior qualities should lie in one domain, but right from ancient times we have found that both are complex. And that's why there was Arjun and there was Krishna. And there was two people actually. And throughout history we've seen two people. So how are you saying that this particular thing should reside in one particular gentleman over here? My particular view is that not one genius or one successful general will never make you win a war actually. So you don't require one MaddoxShaw or one Napoleon to make you win a war. You require actually hundreds of them. So that genius should reside in all of us and not in one gentleman. I think that's the call of the day, that we should take, that this ability to be a scholar warrior, the ability to be a tech warrior, ability to be an info warrior, in some measure or the other, should reside in all ranks of the armed forces. That is going to make us successful. So